Long ago, before people knew how to plant crops or weave baskets, before they understood the secrets of the forest, the only creature who knew everything was Anansi the Spider. Anansi was clever and full of tricks. His 8 legs were always busy, and his round belly always hungry. He loved to boast that he was wiser than anyone in the world. But even more than boasting, Anansi loved to keep things to himself. One day, the great sky god Nyame looked down from the heavens and said, "It is time for the world to have wisdom, but I will not scatter it carelessly. I will give it to one creature who must use it well." Anansi, who was always eavesdropping, heard these words and quickly spun a long thread up to the sky. He bowed before Nyame and said, "O great one, no one is wiser or more trustworthy than I. Give me the wisdom, and I shall share it with the world." Nyame smiled knowingly. "Very well, Anansi, but remember, wisdom grows only when it is shared." He handed Anansi a small clay pot. Inside it shimmered a soft golden light, the light of all wisdom. Anansi's eyes sparkled. He thanked Nyame and hurried back down to earth, clutching the pot tightly. When Anansi reached his home, he placed the pot before him and whispered, "Ah, all the wisdom in the world belongs to me. I will never share it. Then everyone must come to me for advice, and I will become the greatest of all creatures." He opened the pot and looked inside. The glow filled his hut. He peered in and saw all sorts of wonderful things, secrets of farming, medicine, cooking, building, and storytelling. He murmured, "I must hide this pot where no one can find it." So Anansi thought and thought. At last he said to himself, "I will hang it at the top of the tallest tree in the forest. No one will ever reach it there but me." He cut a strong vine and tied it around the pot. Then he hung it in front of his belly and started climbing the great tree. But the pot swung wildly with every step, bumping against his legs and making the climb difficult. Anansi huffed and puffed. This is harder than I thought," he grumbled, trying to steady the pot as he climbed. But the pot kept hitting him. Down below, Anansi's young son Kwekut Sen stood watching. "Father," he called, "why not tie the pot on your back? It will be easier to climb." Anansi froze. "What did you say?" "Put it on your back," shouted the boy again. Anansi paused. Then he realized his son was right. He had been struggling, yet his own child had offered a clever idea. For a moment, Anansi was silent. Then he frowned and muttered, "So even my child is wiser than I am, though I have all the wisdom in the world." In his anger, Anansi yanked the pot from his belly and slammed it against the tree trunk. The clay pot shattered, and the golden light of wisdom spilled out in all directions. The wind caught it and blew it far and wide, into the rivers, the forests, the villages, and the mountains. Pieces of wisdom floated into the hearts of people, animals, and spirits. From that day, everyone had a little wisdom of their own. Anansi sat at the foot of the tree, holding the broken pieces of the pot. His anger melted into shame. He sighed. "I wanted all the wisdom for myself, and now I have lost it all." His son came closer and said softly, "Father, maybe this is how it was meant to be. Wisdom belongs to everyone." Anansi looked at his son and smiled weakly. "Perhaps you were right, my child. Perhaps wisdom grows only when it is shared." That night, Anansi spun a great web across the forest, shimmering in the moonlight. As he worked, he whispered, "Let my web remind the world that wisdom, like my web, must spread in all directions." And that is why, even today, people say that Anansi the Spider still weaves his web everywhere, trying to gather back all the pieces of wisdom that blew away long ago.